Okay, Itameksistiko, good day. I greet you all. I had stepped away for a little bit from my Blackfoot language phrasebook project. I was calling it my Blackfoot winter phrasebook project before, with the idea being that I would fill this entire blank notebook full of Blackfoot phrases and grammatical notes and stuff, and make corresponding YouTube pronunciation tutorials over the winter season. But we're almost halfway through the winter season now, and I've only finished not even a quarter of this phrasebook. So I think this is going to be a multi-seasonal project. So I'm just going to call it the Blackfoot Phrasebook Project. And you can find the corresponding videos to this project on my YouTube channel under the playlist called Blackfoot Language. Most of them have to do with this. So if you feel like jumping into a Blackfoot language learning project, you might want to go back and review the videos that I made before and try to learn the content before you go on to this video. If you followed along earlier in the winter and you're coming back into the project like I am, then like me, you might still want to go back and review a little bit, because honestly I haven't been practicing enough, and so some of the phrases that I already introduced I've already forgotten myself, so I got to relearn some of them. The idea behind the project is someone who is a language learner needing to have practice speaking the language, and so that might require you to talk to yourself a bit. So I'm going to be using phrases that you can use with yourself, talking to yourself, and a lot of stuff that's going to be everyday, things that you do around the house from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, kind of a thing. I haven't been going in that linear cycle, but I'll jump around and I'll handle different things. And at the same time, I want to work through a lot of the grammar in a progressive way that makes sense. So we've dealt mostly so far with intransitive, animate verbs, conjugations in the independent paradigm, and we've dealt with some transitive animate verb conjugations in an independent paradigm. And we've also dealt with giving commands, right, the imperative paradigm with intransitive verbs. So I want to continue along where we were grammatically, and of course add a little bit new today, but not too much new. So I want to start with two new verb stems, animate and transitive verb stems. The verb stem for brushing one's teeth and the verb stem for washing one's face. And both of these are structured very similarly. They begin with a morpheme C, SSI. That is the part of the word that relates to washing. And so when we come across other verb stems that have anything to do with washing, not just one's body parts, but even if I'm washing the floor, washing dishes, or washing laundry, or what have you, you're going to see this C come into play in the verb stem somewhere. In this case, the two verb stems also end with a kind of a morpheme suffix, istsi, which I think is kind of a reflexive suffix, meaning you're doing it to yourself, right? And then in between you have the body part that's being affected. So to brush one's teeth, the verb stem itself is sikenist, with ikini being a tooth, right? Sikenist. So it's really saying washing one's tooth. To wash one's face, it's siskitsi, because ski is the face. Siskitsi, to wash one's face. Now again, these are both verb stems, so they have to be conjugated to make any sense in terms of the creation of a real phrase that you would use, right? So for those who followed along, if I was to ask you, how would you say I will brush my teeth, given that verb stem sikenist as what to use? You should be able to easily come up with niitsi'powahsin. That uses that first person prefix nit, the future prefix ak, and then the verb stem, niitsi'powahsin. Similarly, if I asked, how would you say she hasn't brushed her teeth yet, you should be able to come up with maromä sikenistio, which uses the negative prefix mat, the not as yet prefix oma, or as yet prefix oma, and then the third person singular suffix wa. Maromä sikenistio. She hasn't brushed her teeth yet. Looking at the face washing thing, if this verb stem is siskit, and you want to say they are washing their faces, like right now, siskitsia. They are washing their faces. That uses the derivative prefix a, and then the verb stem siskit, and then the third person plural suffix yao, the long one, because we're not actually saying in the context of that phrase who it is. It's inferred. So when it's inferred, you got to use that long suffix. So siskitsia, they are washing their faces. If I want to just give a command, wash your face, all I got to do is take the verb stem and add t to the end of it, the suffix t. So siskitsit, wash your face. And that's talking to a single person. Now I want to get into something new, which is basic yes-no questions. Starting to deal with how to ask basic yes-no questions using the same verb stems, right? So if I want to ask the question, did you brush your teeth? The verb stem is going to be sikenist, right? So I'm going to have, well, I'll just say the whole phrase here, what it turns out to be, and then explain it. Kite sikenistpa. Kite sikenistpa. And that uses the second person prefix git plus an interrogative prefix ita, which means you're asking a question, and then brushing of the teeth, sikenist, and then a non-affirmative ending chpa, which we'll see in a lot of other conjugations later for different things. But kite sikenistpa. Did you brush your teeth? Did you wash your face? Same construct. Kite siskitspa. Kite siskitspa. Did you wash your face? So that's for a second, basic yes-no question with the second person singular. You're asking, did you do whatever, right? So if I want to ask a simple yes-no question about a third person singular, then I'm going to use the interrogative prefix gata and the third person singular suffix wa, and in between the verb stem. So, did she brush her teeth? Kate sikenistio. Kate sikenistio. Kate sikenistio. Did she brush her teeth? Did he wash his face? Kate siskitio. Kate siskitio. Did he wash his face? Kate siskitio. Okay, so we'll stop right there for today, and next week we will continue on playing with how to construct yes/no questions. Maybe using some of the verb stems we've played with before, maybe introducing something new. I don't know yet. It's a week out. But yeah, want to get back into the project, keep it going, add some new stuff, relearn what I've forgotten, and improve my language skills this winter, and help others improve theirs. That's the whole goal. Yeah.